Hey guys, Zach with Blade HQ. This is SHOT Show 2019. We're at the Tops booth, and I'm standing here with Craig. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good, good?
Always good to see you guys.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
And Tops has got a bunch of new rad stuff, so let's just dive in, man.
Okay, diving right in. First thing is the SXS. So most of you are familiar with the SXB, which was designed by EJ Snyder. Big, heavy, survival, chopper, destroy everything knife. We've gotten a lot of feedback of people that wanted something smaller. They like the design, but maybe that 7.5-inch blade is a little much. And EJ also wanted more of a companion blade. So for him, a companion blade is still 4.5 inches long, which is interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, so same blade design. We had to change the handle up to fit this smaller frame, but the handle I think came out great. There's different lashing points for lanyards or, to tie it to a stick, that kind of thing. So still survival minded. 1095, 3/16, black linen, micarta, the Tops mainstays.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to take Kydex instead of nylon. So the large one has a nylon sheath.
Right.
This is going to take a Kydex.
This is the Caredashi sheath. Yeah, this is actually a really cool, for me, kind of a step up from the other one, because I just don't need a knife that big for my everyday, just kind of camping, bushcrafting needs, So this is pretty cool.
I think the majority of what people cut, 3.5 to 4.5 inches, will do 90% of your cutting
of what you want to do. Yeah. Great.
All right. Next up, another one that I think people are going to go nuts for is the Fieldcraft 3.5. So anybody that knows Tops, nowadays especially, anybody that knows Tops knows the Bob, the Bros, the Fieldcraft, whatever they call it. It has many names. It's just everybody's got one of those. And so same kind of deal. We've had a lot of feedback. We've had people say, hey, I want a bigger one. Hey, I want a smaller one. We've found more people asking for a smaller version. And so that's what this is. We basically shrunk it about 20%. Took off the Shango notch, kept the 1095 steel for the first one. So the original Fieldcraft was black powder coat, tan handles. We're gonna start same as the original.
Start back at the OG.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're still trying to decide whether it's going to take a leather or a Kydex. We might end up doing both and let people pick. We have an option for both for the regular size.
My vote would be leather. Just so there's my vote.
Noted. Let us know, leather or Kydex. 5/30 seconds. So a little bit thinner than 3/16, a little bit thicker than 1/8. So still some heft.
Yeah. So this is 3/16, right?
Yeah.
So if we compare those two sizes, you guys can kind of see, not a huge noticeable difference, but there is a difference there.
Yeah. You'll get a pretty keen edge on this thing.
And what was the decision to remove that notch at the end? Just practicality for size?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, the way I think a lot of people, if that metal is sticking out right there, they're gonna find a hot spot.
For sure.
So that was part of the reason. The other reason is the Shango notch gets a lot of hate. I have never had a problem using a Shango notch, but I know what it's supposed to do, and so I guess maybe for some people it's not intuitive.
Yeah.
And so that's partly why
I actually
we're
recently just
off.
bought the full size, right? So
Okay.
I just got one a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems with mine. So yeah, maybe it's just a use thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not intuitive.
Yeah.
Some people get it. Some people are like, I'm not sure what to do with this. And so we're like, no worries, just take it off.
Cool. Right on.
Yeah. Okay. 3 years now, we've done an employee design contest. The first year, Leo's dad won, and that was the Grandpa's axe. The second year, our graphics guy, Jesus, won. That's the dicer. And the third year, we wanted to do kind of an EDC. I know that most people now, when they think of EDC, they think, I'm in the city, I need a folder. We live in Idaho Falls. You drive 10 minutes and you're at a river or in a mountain or in a valley, or you're out of town. And so for us, an EDC could mean you're out fishing for the day. It could mean you're in the warehouse cutting boxes down. So that's what we wanted. This year was an EDC contest. So we had about 20 people turn in a drawing, and the guy that won this year, his name is Martin. He does our shipping. Really a hard worker. Good guy. Loves fishing. So that's why we ended up naming it the bull trout. That name's still kind of a work in progress. Maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we'll find something else. So don't hold us to that.
Yeah.
But I really like this one. The handle is just, you get 3 fingers comfortably. The 4th finger kind of maybe rests on there if you have large hands. Maybe not. But it's just, you lock right in. You got about a 2.5-inch blade or so. Really cool. I mean, you got on this one we did our acid rain finish. We've got the burlap micarta handles, which I'm really digging.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end up going stainless on this one. We have a lot of people asking us for stainless EDC knives.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're gonna end up going with 154 on that one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, you're naming it the bull trout, taking it fishing. Yeah, stainless isn't the worst choice, right?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Moving right along, this is one that I think is just fun. We have a cigar cutter. So for you guys out there that like a nice stogie every now and then, cigar cutter. This is a prototype. We don't know what we're gonna make it out of for real. This came about like a week ago. No
so
joke.
You guys just mocked it up, made it,
Leo,
and brought it to the show.
Leo drew something up. He sent it over to our CAD guy. He's like, make this, and we need it for the show. And so they had some. We had a couple pieces of S35 laying around, so that's what this one is. That's not necessarily what we're going to use because we want to keep the price point low. But yeah, S35 on this one, chisel ground so that it actually will do the job of a cigar cutter.
Do the thing that it's designed to do.
Exactly. We got a little spacer in there, G10 handles, no metal in the frame. Leo's carrying one of these around, and he's cut several cigars with it and whatever else he's come across, and it's clean. It's actually real clean on the cigars, so that's pretty cool. For a first try, no tweaks.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That worked out really well.
I don't smoke cigars, but just the design in general is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a cool design.
Yeah, kind of a play on our 107 Steel Eagle model, which was the first knife we ever made.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So,
cool.
Apart from that, we got a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just briefly, we could touch on the kitchen knives.
Yeah.
So, Tops is known for tactical, survival. You know, we make some really great hunting knives. EDC, we got that all in lockdown. Kitchen just makes sense. You know, where do you use a knife more often than anywhere else? In the kitchen. I don't care who you are, you're using your kitchen knives more than anything.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're going. This set with the blue handle, the blue black G10 handles, that's the dicers. We're gonna start with a chef's knife and a paring knife, and then we're gonna add a slicer or a carving knife, a bread knife, steak knives. You know, so it'll be a full set.
Yeah, I'm about that. I said earlier in a video that there was another company that had a kitchen knife, and my goal is for all my kitchen knives to be from knife companies, like not kitchen knife companies, but knife companies. Yeah. So you guys got a spot on my wall already. So it looks like I got a couple more to add to the collection.
Yeah, you might need another magnetic strip. Apart from that, we've got a nada that we're working on. It's an old traditional Japanese cutting instrument. Think 200 years ago what an EDC would have been.
Yeah.
You know, you're pruning branches, you're gardening.
Well, and the thing with this thing is a beast, man.
Quarter inch. Yep.
That's rad.
Yeah, that one's going to be a lot of fun. We got a karambit cleaver type design. We've got the Rapid Strike, which we actually brought to last year's SHOT Show. We have it ready for release probably next month. The one last year was a prototype, it was 1095. This one's actually 154 cm, that's what we're gonna go with. So It's a nice stainless, 4.5 inch blade, like deep conceal, self-defense type knife. You got plenty of length if you need to, you know, if you're that guy that needs to stab somebody, you got the length.
If you're in the unfortunate situation where that has to happen. It's an option.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but those guys exist.
It is, it's true.
And so that's what that's for. Apart from that, we're introducing a new tack raise blade. So the first blade was kind of a recurved Tanto, really interesting blade. This one is a lot more just looks like a straight razor.
It does.
I still would not recommend shaving with this. It's a little bit thick for a razor.
Little THICC?
Yeah. A little bit too big for that, but pretty cool. I just like the design. The tack raise is cool. It's a friction folder. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of EDC stuff out of that.
And then it's got a little brother, it looks like.
Yes. The beard comb came even after the cigar cutter did. We had a piece
When did this roll off the line? What day did this roll off the line?
Wednesday.
So literally 7 days ago.
A week ago, yes. So, and it's funny because Leo and I were both talking about beard combs, and he was looking into trying to figure something out, and I was looking at that blade like, we should make a beard comb out of that. I talked to our guy. I was like, do you have any extra pieces from the new blade? And he's like, I do. I'm like, let's try this out. I told Leo about it. He's like, are you kidding me? I was going to do the same thing. So.
And now I understand that the beard comb and the tack razor, they're going to have different handles.
Yes.
So there's no way that you're going to accidentally scalp yourself or give yourself too close of a shave.
Unless you're not paying attention.
Unless you're not paying attention. So pay attention.
So the tack raise, the original one has black G10. This one's got green canvas micarta. Whatever we end up doing for that beard comb will be a totally different color, and we will only put beard combs in that handle so that we don't.
There's no way.
Yeah, so that we can keep that separate.
Cool.
Apart from that, we've got some other great EDC options. We've got kind of a skeletonized looking, almost like it looks kind of like a scalpel.
Yeah.
But it's 1/4 of an inch thick, so it's made to be heavy duty. Another kind of hideaway type knife, but less menacing. I think you could pull that out in public and people will be like, oh, he's just opening
It's just a knife.
Yeah, he's just cutting stuff.
Yeah. Now this one's got an interesting story, I hear.
This one I designed. So last year I made kind of a Caredashi type knife out of by hand. I just used a file.
Yeah, it was like full file reduction,
yes,
right?
just filed it, and it was really cool actually, because you always see people doing it on the grinder. It was kind of cool to see the layer by layer come off and see it come together. After I made it, looking at it, I was like, oh man, that'd be really good for like a self-defense knife for those, especially the guys out there. There's one of our buddies does this knife training with Marshall Blade Concepts.
Yeah, Marshall Blade Concepts.
And so he's a trainer, and I went through the course that he does, and while I was making this Caredashi, I was like, oh shoot, that'd be kind of cool for the way he does the training. And so we added a ring to it, changed the cant of the blade a little bit, so it's not like a standard Caredashi, but it fits perfectly. If you're holding this in a reverse grip, that blade is straight. It's coming straight off of your hand. So actually worked out really well. I like it. Hopefully
you might be biased, but
hopefully others do as well.
It seems like a solid design, especially for the application, right?
Yeah. So that'll be cool. We got a second one this year from Matt Graham. So we did the little bugger with him last year.
Right.
We're doing so far it's got big bugger written on it. That's not necessarily going to be the name. Again, that's just a working name. 1/8 of an inch thick. That thing is light, thin.
Very light. Yeah.
So anybody who's kind of familiar with Matt Graham's style, he's very minimalist. So he does not want a big, heavy chopper if he's going out in the woods. He would rather have something that thin and finesse what he's got to do. If he's got to take down a big tree, he's not just going to go hack on it. He's going to approach it a little more smart.
Speaking about taking down a big tree.
Yes, yeah.
What is this thing, man?
You might have that option. So Jonny Ty, he's been a designer for a long time. He's got a lot of martial arts experience. The Kuma Takri, the Kuma Evolution. We've made several knives with him. He's got a couple other models with other companies. And this year he sent us this drawing of a sword, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And we said, you know what, it looks really cool. We're gonna give it a shot. We'll make a prototype, we'll put it on the table, we'll see what people think. So give us your feedback. Do you like it?
Yeah,
Do you not like it?
Let us know down in the comments, guys, if you want to see something.
Is it
Tops make
practical?
this thing.
Yeah, is it practical?
What would the sheath look like for something like this?
It's got to be some kind of a Kydex, like out the back type thing.
What about like off the back?
Ooh, yeah.
What about
like
that?
A sling?
Yeah, because it just feels like that's what it wants.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let us know in the comments, guys.
Let us know. Cool.
All right, and then this one's got kind of a story to it,
This one
right?
does have a story. So this was designed by a female, which I think is really cool. There's plenty of females that use knives, but not a lot of females designing knives. I know only a few female knife makers.
Yeah.
The one that designed this, her name is Amanda Kay. She was on Naked and Afraid, I think 2 or 3 times. She designed this kind of off of a Native American war club. Her design that she sent us had a spike on the back. We took that off for safety reasons.
Yeah, because the war club did usually have that spike.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we took that off for safety reasons, and then we're like, oh well, it's kind of kukri-like, almost like a kopis. And it looked like it would work out pretty well as a chopper. We're gonna make a couple of finish changes on the handle. It's a little bit wide in the handle. We're gonna narrow that a little bit. There'll be a few tweaks. This is another one that we brought. We said, hey, let's see what people think. I just think it's cool that there's women entering the community that are not just a pretty face. You know, that they're like, I want to do something real with this. And so that's cool.
As you guys know, we recently did a video on kind of women's knives, and what we came to determine in the video in the first 30 seconds is there's no difference between a man's knife and a woman's knife. There's just the consideration of those stupid pockets, right? That's the consideration for the women.
For most women, they got these pockets that are like that large.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got. Let's see what these two little guys are about.
Cool. So Devil's Claw is a knife we've been making for years.
Yeah.
It's karambit-like, but it's just got the handle cuts off about there on the old version. And the more we look at it, the more we're like, why is that just not a karambit? So we're not retiring the other one. We're just adding this to the lineup. So Devil's Claw's been around. Now it just has now it's just a full karambit.
Full karambit.
Another knife that's been super popular with law enforcement is the street scalpel. Partly because of the name.
Yeah.
Partly because it's a thin blade but strong that they can hide behind their mag pouches. Cups don't have any room on their belt for anything.
No.
And so they need something thin, small, kind of short to be able to if they're going to carry a fixed blade, that's the only way. So that is a thinner version, but still has enough heft that I think that's going to find its way into a lot of police officers' pockets.
Nice offhand draw or behind that mag pouch.
Exactly.
All right, and then last year you guys celebrated that 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary,
right?
yeah. We turned 20 in October.
Which, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you did a Tom Brown Tracker 20th anniversary edition.
We did.
And so now you're also have this one as well, right?
Yeah, so the 20th anniversary Tracker, we sold out of those in our shop in about 3.5 days.
Wow.
Most dealers that got some, they're gone. I don't know, do you guys have any left?
I don't think we have any left. I think we blew through them pretty quick.
There might be a couple here and there left on with some dealers, but they went fast. So this is going to be the second round, same deal, one run, 500 pieces, that's it. We're not doing any extras. This one's pretty cool. The Tex Creek was one of the first knives that got our Black River wash, which is basically, we're pretty well known for that wash.
Yeah, that's definitely like a top signature, right?
Exactly. So it's a great hunting knife, great camp knife, 4.5-inch blade, nice handle. For the 20th anniversary, we're putting red and black carbon fiber on top of black canvas micarta with a white liner. Just clean handle. I really like this handle. CPM 154 for the blade steel. Tumble finished, no coating on this at all. Kydex sheath, we're doing a two-tone Kydex, so red and black.
Sheath's pretty cool.
With a burgundy dangler. Just the whole package looks real good.
Classy all the way around.
Yeah.
A good 20-year anniversary present.
Exactly. So that's what we got.
Well, a lot of exciting stuff on the table. I think definitely, especially some of these first ones we went through, there's some pretty cool things going on.
We got some gold on the table, that's for sure.
I'm about it. Now, at SHOT, I didn't let you know that I was going to ask you this question beforehand.
Oh.
So we're going to see how this goes. But at SHOT, we've been asking everybody what they have in their pocket. Can you show us what's in your pocket? Sometimes it's a prototype. You can, okay.
This one is a prototype, but we've released the knife since.
Yeah.
So the Mini Scandi folder. I've been carrying this since we first got the prototypes a year and a half ago. Maybe even a little bit longer. Cleaned it up a little bit for the show, so it's sharp-ish.
Yeah, you got to show it off, you know?
yeah. So that's what I'm carrying.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for having us, man.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. And make sure to check out our 2019 SHOT Show playlist here on YouTube. And we're going to run off to the next booth and get you guys some more coverage.